Hello everyone. Welcome back. Welcome back. Oh my God, look at you, Joanne. You're still here, still around. Welcome back. Thank you. Excuse me. All right, welcome back, folks. Thank you for joining us tonight. This is Yusuf Chowdhury from San Antonio, Texas, digital marketing coach. For those who don't know me, Jim, good to see you. Good to see you back again. Hopefully, we're gonna go through this quickly. Okay. All right. Thank you all for joining in. Ray, thank you for coming back. Appreciate it. Thank you so much. Right, I need to get ready. I had 6 websites to the Google Search Console. Oh, wow, look at you, Joanne. I love when you take actions. Gone to sleep, Rocky? Come on, Rocky. Stay awake, man. Welcome back. Ray Norris Design. Scott, thank you. Thank you for joining us tonight. Thank you for the hearts. Appreciate it real fast. Cool. I would suggest that wait for a few minutes until you get some benefit from this scope. Then you can please feel free to put some hearts or tap some hearts and share. Okay. All right. So, excuse me. Well, we need to talk about right now real quick. So the topic is what? The topic is the basic. Okay. The basic guide on Google Analytics. So basically that means I'm not going to be able to cover every single thing on the back end, but I'm going to tell you what you need to look at for a beginner. Okay. Tribe in the house. Thank you, Scott, for joining in. Hi, Patricia. How you doing? Thank you for joining. Sometimes this periscoping thing is kind of funny because it looks like a way to practice ADHD. Imagine if you're speaking in public and suddenly like, and today's class is about, hey, John, how are you? And move in the corner and then you can look at the, oh, what is that? It's like, out of the blue, we just seen this mentioned name. It's like I don't know, like confused. And suddenly like, oh, look at that, squirrel, right? All right, so today's topic, as I mentioned before, is going to be the basic guide on Google Analytics. So before I start, thank you for the heart. I really appreciate it. Appreciate it. How many of you installed Google Analytics first? Give me either thumbs up or number one. How many of you installed Google Analytics on their website? All right. How many of you installed Google Analytics on their website? How many? How many? How many? One. Thank you. There you go. Bella, Joanne. Anybody else? Yes. You all installed Google Analytics on all the 6 websites. Okay. Great. All right. Good to see you again. And if you don't mind, because sometimes when I look at your username, I'm not sure if that's your name or some sort of ninja username. If you don't mind, can you also put your name so I can so I can know who you are and I can call your name. If you don't mind, I would appreciate if you put your name before you comment. That'd be very easy on me, So yeah, that's right. So when you comment, put your name and leave a comment. Okay. How are you? Hi there, egg face. Amy, thank you for coming in. Oh, you're back, Ray G Creative. You all need to follow this guy, Ray G Creative. Ray, give us some emojis so people can, teach us the secrets of SEO. Oh, teach us the secret of selling enormous octopus. Well, first I gotta go to the, to the shore. Then I'll teach you how. ¿Qué pasó, hermano? Okay. All right. So there you go. That's Ray with the happy face. You'll follow him. He shared a lot of awesome stuff on digital marketing, Twitter strategies, tools and tricks, and of course safety. Okay. All right. Let's not waste time. I apologize. Let me go ahead and get to the option. The SEO I'm going to talk about in detail later on, brother. But tonight I'm going to talk about the Google Analytics, just the basic, not detailed because it is kind of too much information. I want to keep it basic. Yes. How you doing, boss? Hope you're all well. Yes, I'm well. Thank you for so much. Main Street. Okay. Don't be a red dot. Okay. The first thing first. So I'm assuming all of you installed Google Analytics, right? So let me ask you this question real quick. What kind of challenges you all facing? Like what kind of burning question you want to answer, or what is confusing you? Because I need to know what kind of problems you're going through so I can help you with those. Pixel tracking, okay. That's a little bit, okay, that's cool, but I guess that's going to be for next time. Okay. All right, the retargeting. So pixel tracking is one. What else are you having a problem with? What other issues you want to learn about Google Analytics? Because this is very, very basic. This is based, what do you call it? On demand scope. How do you track pages not on your homepage? Okay, what else? That's a good question. What else? Traffic, okay. Does that have to do with crawl errors? Okay, well, crawl errors mostly on the Google Webmaster Tool and not on the Analytics. Because Google Analytics is basically what? It's a tool that What do you think are the most important analytics to look at? Okay, for beginners, I'm going to tell you what are the most important. That's an excellent one because there's so many options there and so many options. So which one you need to look for as a beginner? Okay, the advanced, we'll talk about that later. But Google Analytics itself, what is it? It's a tracking platform to basically give you an idea where your visitors are coming from, how they're behaving on the website, where they're clicking. Does that make sense? So if you have like a call to action button like subscribe or buy this product, you need to find out if you get 100 hits a day, how many of them actually click on it, how to track the phone number when somebody calls you. So it's basically a tool to help you analyze your customers' behavior. And this is very, very important because you need to know how your visitors behave when they visit your website, because based on that, you're going to come with a strategy and technique and whatnot. Does that make sense? So unlike Google Webmaster Tool, which we're going to talk about it next week, that's where you can look at the crawl errors and whatnot. Does that make sense? So let's talk about the basics. The first thing first, why, I have a couple of notes here, why Google Analytics is important. So all of you have Google Analytics installed, right? Installed on your website. But why? Can somebody tell me, why did you install it? Again, I need to know, because if you're putting it just because somebody tells you without thinking about it, that makes no sense. Right? So tell me, why did you install it? Or is it, he told us, because I told you so? Okay, can you jump from that bridge? There you go, to track, thank you, John, to track growth of the visitor over time. Okay, so you installed it because you want to track down the, over time, the visitors, okay? What else, why do you think it's important besides me saying it? What's up, Candy? How are you? So thank you for joining tonight. We're talking about the basic of Google Analytics, okay? I'm talking about why it's so important for you. If you already installed it, why it's so important for you. Okay, we talked about somebody wants to track the visitor's behavior. Okay, that's one. Anything else? Because we need to know what on our site is attracting people and what is not. Perfect, Joanne. That's an excellent answer as well. Increase e-commerce sales. Beautiful. Beautiful. What else? To understand which parts of my website are most getting most traffic to create more of it. Ah, beautiful. Yes, Bella, that's actually true. That's a beautiful answer. You see, you guys know your stuff. Okay, you guys know your stuff. So the first thing is, one of the reasons you install Google Analytics is to understand the behavior of your visitors. Yes, optimize the content. Absolutely. So first thing is you have to understand the behavior of your visitors. What visitors they're watching as well. That's true. Secondly, you have to make an effective online strategies based on the behavior of your visitors. If you didn't have this information, then how can you blog? How can you market? You wouldn't have any idea to spy on them, right? So number three, you have to optimize the content. If they're not coming to my blog section, if they're not reading my content, I need to make sure that I'm going to optimize it so they can enjoy the content. Does that make sense? Where the visitors are coming from and why they are coming from which devices they're viewing the website. Are they viewing from the mobile device? If it's a desktop, what browser they're using. Does that make sense? If they're coming from a social media channel, which social media channel, right? And based on this information, you can also improve your website in terms of the design, in terms of the ease of use, in terms of where I need to move the pages from this place to another place. Thank you for giving those hearts. If you like this so far, feel free to click on that number 15 right here and click on share to Twitter so somebody else can benefit as well. And you can also give an amazing experience to your visitor, because if you notice that you have this yellow button that says buy now and nobody clicks on it, if you change the color to maybe dark red or red or dark orange, or maybe change the call to action to, I want it now, maybe the behavior is going to change. Does that make sense? You're going to make it easier for them. Or the heat map. Yes, there's a feature for that as well. Okay? And lastly, which is the most important one, is to generate what? Generate what, folks? Generate what? That's the most important part. To generate sales, to generate conversion. Okay? So that's what, more traffic, but not just any traffic. The traffic has to be targeted. That basically means whoever's interested in my product will come and buy. So that's why we need this Google Analytics. It's very, very important. I mean, there's so many tools out there, third-party tools that can do actually a better job than Google Analytics, believe it or not. But since this is free, for now, this is going to do the job. Does that make sense? So those are the areas why Google Analytics is so important. Now, let's talk about a couple of definitions, because this is the confusion starts when you log into your Google Analytics. you see so many sections on the left hand side. I'm going to go through those in a few minutes, but we have to understand few terminologies, okay, because Google sometimes makes no sense because they're just geek. What are the downside? I don't think there's a downside. In fact, that is a good question. Third-party services like Inspectly or Clicky or I don't know, Crazy Frog, I mean, they're premium. They might be a little bit powerful, but they have just extra different features. Does that make sense? But since this is free and it's from Google, why not use this? In fact, I think they also have a premium version as well from Google Analytics. Yes, they do have a premium version as well, but the free one will do the job, okay? So the first thing first, does anybody know what's the definition of session? I don't have my own e-commerce website, but my clients do. Okay, so what's the definition of sessions? You know, when you go on the back end, right, there's a section that says sessions. Does anybody know what is the definition of sessions? Okay, we need to know this because you're all using the analytics, right? You all installed it. So what's the definition of sessions on the back end of Google Analytics? Sessions. What is the definition of sessions? Does anybody know? Yes. If you know, you can answer it, or just, you know, put number 1. Crickets. Like click, 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 click. If you know, put number 1. If you don't, just put number 2. Joanne says duration. Session mean duration. What else? If you don't know, just say number 2. Not really, but I appreciate that you tried. Thank you. If you don't know number 2, if you know number 1, if you don't know number 2, okay. So session basically, I will show you. But the first thing is called the sessions. The sessions are actually numbers of visits to your site. Okay. The sessions are a number of. When I log in, I'll show you actually. Let me just double check here. The sessions are number of what? Number of visits to your website. Like how many visits to your website. Basically, it's I don't know why they changed the name. It used to be called visits, but now they call it sessions. So session basically means visits. How many visits on the website? Does that make sense? So that's what the sessions stands for. So when you go to the audience overview, it says sessions. Okay. I'm gonna go in the back and show you, but I need to make sure you understand what session means. So we all understand right now, session means number of visits. Okay, not visitor, number of visits to the site. I'll talk about that. Remember at the end. Okay, that's something done on the website. Basically means you're configuring the analytics to your website, which you already did. So that's what it is. Authenticating Google. So you already did that on the website, Joanne. Okay. So does anybody understand now what does a session mean? Session basically means number of visits to your website. Is that clear? Number of visits, okay, to your website. That it is called sessions. In fact, it used to be called visits before, which is much easier to understand. But I don't know why Google just make these weird changes for no reason, or I guess for a reason, God knows. But sessions mean visits. Understand that, okay? Make sure it sticks in your head. Like, okay, I know what a sessions means. Visit. Okay? Make sure you understand that. I don't want you to come tomorrow and say, yes, sir, what are sessions? Right? Sessions mean visits. We understood that? Should I move forward? Give me a thumbs up so I can move forward with the next definition of page views. And I don't know why a lot of people focus on the page views, but that's another popular word, page views. But for now, you know the sessions. You all know the sessions now? Thumbs up? Yes? I want to make sure before I move forward. Excellent. Now, page views, okay, page views are number of pages visitors viewed. Does that make sense? Number of pages, like, pages on your website. Number of pages visitors viewed. Like let's say if there's one session, one visit, and this visitor looked at 2 pages, that means what? It means 2 page views. Does that make sense? For every visit, this person saw 2 pages, that's good. They went to 2 pages. So that means 2 page views. Does that make sense? If it's only 1 page, you will say 1 page views. So that's what the page views mean. Okay? Number of pages, visitors on the website viewed. Does that make sense? I want to simplify it as much as I can. Okay, so there you go. So that's what page views mean. Okay, let it stick in your head. I'm going to repeat it because I want you to like soak it in and understand it. Number of pages, visitors viewed. Number of pages, okay, visitors, me, coming in, viewed. Okay, does that make sense? Is it clear? Give me a thumbs up if that makes sense, right? So I can move to the third one. Give me a thumbs up if it makes sense, because I want to simplify it. Very, very simple. Okay, so that's page views, okay? The number of pages, visitors viewed. Now, how do you deal with ghost spam? We'll talk about the later. Excellent question though. Number of pages visitor viewed. Okay. So now we understand the session. So what is the session? Can anybody tell me what does session mean? What does the session mean? Can anybody tell me what does the session mean? What is sessions? I just said it a few seconds ago. What does sessions mean, guys? Don't tell me you forgot it real quickly. You need to understand. What does sessions mean? Visits. Thank you. Thank you so much. Yes, sessions means visits. Excellent. You see, you guys are paying attention. I love it when you pay attention. Very excellent. Very, very excellent. Oh, very, very excellent. Okay. And page views is what? What is page views? Let me see right now. Let me see if you're still paying attention. What is page views? What is page views? I should do like a Chinese movie. What is page views? Right now. Okay? Chinese movie. What is page views? Tell me that now. So what is page views? Come on, folks. I repeated many times. What is page views? Yes, pages they visited. Yep. Thank you, Joanne. Pages the visitor viewed. Not visited. Pages the visitor viewed. Okay? Pages the visitor. Thank you. Pages the visitor viewed. That's page views. Yes, number of pages visitor viewed. Excellent, Joe. Excellent, excellent, excellent. Yes, thank you. Now, this is very important because we need to understand 100%, right? Number 3, new session. What does the new session mean? We did explain the session mean visits to the website, right? So what does the new session mean? So the answer is in the question. Can somebody tell? There you go. Simple as that. It's a new visit. Okay, new visit basically mean, okay, how can you calculate new visit? If I visit your website, right? If I go back again in a few minutes, am I considered new visit? Okay, I'm going to give you an example. I went to your website. After 10 minutes, I went back again. Am I considered new visit? Huh? Yes? No? Yes? No? Yes? No? No? Okay. Come on, folks, help me out. If I went to your website and in 10 minutes I went back, am I considered new visit? Yes? Am I a new visit? Thank you. You're absolutely correct. I'm not, because I'm a returning visit. I'm not new. New basically means first timers. That means, no, it's not. I'm not new because I already visit the site. New session means new visit. Somebody else never came before. Okay? And I think the cycle is on a site maybe 24 hours. So if I come back next day, maybe it'll be considered new. I'm not sure. I have to double check on that based on the IP address and whatnot. But that's what the new visit means, because when you look at the analytics, it will tell you return visit and new visit. New visit means for the first time they came to your website. All right, so that's the 3 definition. I'll go back one more time. I'm sorry I'm repeating it because I want to make sure that you folks understand so you all can be scholars, okay, and teach others. We talked about the session, and session is number of visits to your website. And the page views, number of the pages viewed by the visitor. And the new session means new visit for the first time, okay? Keep in mind, new visit for the first time. What is the bounce rate? Hey, Carlo in the house, or maybe Pete from the SA Biz Alliance. So what is the bounce rate? Okay, so in the bounce rate, the subject of bounce rate is a little bit not complicated, but kind of tricky. Because bounce rate basically means if somebody visits your website and you go to Google Analytics and it tells you have 100% bounce rate, that means somebody came and left quickly. They didn't even spend a few seconds. So if your bounce rate is too high, it could be a bad thing. That basically means Nobody's interested in your service and your website, and they're kind of bored. How long they stay? Well, I think the recommendation is not less than 2 minutes. If they spend 2 minutes or more, that's good. Okay. Now, what if you have, let's say, 80%, 85% bounce rate? Can that be good? Can that be bad? I mean, I basically look for bounce rate anywhere between below 40 or 50 or 60 are good. I mean, if it's 20, that's even awesome. But sometimes bounce rate, keep in mind, sometimes bounce rate doesn't mean it's bad. So let's say I'm a plumber. This is my website. The first time when the customer visits my website and there's a big number that says call now for appointment, let's say I saw that, I don't look at anything else and I just call the number or left the website, that could also be a bounce rate. So sometimes it could be good, sometimes it could be bad. So what happens, as soon as you see a bounce rate is so high, don't get freaked out. What you need to do, you need to look at the other factors. What are those? You know, how many page views, how many visitors, how many click to the site, how many conversion. Does that make sense? So don't get freaked out when you see the bounce rate is like 85%, which is kind of scary. Look at the other factors because that can help you as well. Does that make sense? So that's what the bounce rate is. So it's the percentage of people who visit your website and leave without visiting other pages. That's what the bounce rate is, okay? So somebody comes to your website, it's a percentage of, the percentage of people come to your website and leave without going to any other pages. So that's what the bounce rate is. Now, what does page and session mean? How many pages people are looking when they visit the website? So there's a section on the back end of Google Analytics called pages and session. And when you see that, what it basically means is that how many pages people are looking, how many pages people are looking when they visit a website. That's how they calculate page and session. Okay, so these are the basic. All right, these are the basic. We talked about session, which are visits. We talked about page views, which are what the number of pages visitor viewed. We talked about the new session means the new visits, bounce rate, and of course, I forgot one of them, and that is average session duration. So the average session duration means the amount of time a visitor spends on your website. So when you see the average session duration, that means how many, the percentage of how many time they spend on the site. If it's 2 minutes, if it's 15 minutes, if it's 5 minutes, that's what they mean. Okay? So let me go ahead and switch the screen to the analytics. You all ready? Yes, I do have a, thank you for that catch thing. Are you all ready to see on the back end? Give me a thumbs up so I can flip the screen and show you on the back end and where you need to look at. Let me know. Give me a thumbs up if you want me to flip the screen and show you the back end of the Google Analytics. All right, so there you go. 1 second. Okay, so right here, like I said, I'm not going to go through everything, but once you log into your Google Analytics, you're going to look the different navigation areas, of course. So the first thing I advise you to do, the real time here basically means in real time right now, when somebody visits a website, you can see them in real time, like who are actually visiting the website. So for instance, if I look at real time right here, and I go to this website, Texas Bariatric, right? Then I'll look on the back end right here in real time. See? So there are 2 people right now in real time visit the website. So the cool thing about this right now is telling me from the desktop somebody visited the website. Okay? It will also show me where they are looking at it. So the website they're looking at is called Safest Weight Loss Surgery page, and it will tell you where they're coming from. So from San Antonio, that's me, and somebody from India also looking at this information. Okay, isn't that pretty cool? So it will give you the location in real time. It will also tell you which page they're looking at. Okay, and here we go. See that? So that's a direct. There's no information on the referred traffic and no social traffic or no keyword because directly somebody went to the website. Okay, so that's the what do you call it? The real time location means from which location, and traffic sources. This is not my website. This is one of my clients. Okay, Texas Bariatric is my client's website. Is not mine. Okay. So There are also 5 areas of traffic resources that we need to focus on. Let me flip the screen real quick. There are 5 resources when it comes to traffic. Does anybody know what are those 5 resources when it comes to traffic? Can anybody tell me real quick? The 5 resources? The first one, if you don't know, it's called the organic traffic. Okay? The first one is the organic traffic. So that basically means somebody searching for, in my client situation, somebody look for weight loss surgeons, best weight loss surgeon in San Antonio, or bariatric surgeon. So that's organic. So they type the keyword and they show them on the first page of Google and they got the hit. That's organic, okay? Search engine. The second one is direct. Yes, the second one is direct. That means they know the website. They know the website, they know the brand, and just they open the browser and they just type the domain. That's called direct traffic. The third one is the referred traffic. That basically means it was on a press release website, it was on a guest blogging somewhere else, it was in a different area, and it got linked back to you. That's the refer website. Number 4 is the social media. Michelle, how you doing? Thanks for joining us. Yeah, the refer can be considered backlink. Number 4 is the social media. So if you're coming from Facebook or from YouTube or from what do you call it, Tumblr and whatnot. And number 5, paid traffic. That basically means if I use Google AdWords or Facebook advertising, LinkedIn advertising, those called paid. So there's 5 areas of traffic that can hit your website, and you can focus on each area. Like what strategy you can use on each one of them. Of course, the paid, that means you just have to pay it. Social media, you have to be active in social, and of course, organic, which is the SEO, that takes a lot of time. And the referred traffic, basically link building. I'm going to talk about this each area later on in the scope, how to basically strategize on each 5 of the areas so you can get this traffic, okay? So let me go back to the Google Analytics. Okay, so that's what it basically means right here. So now we're going to go to the audience section right here, audience. When you click overview, okay, right here it will tell you the sessions, means the visits. As you can see, on a daily basis, we get anywhere between 150 on average to like 250 daily traffic. So this is good. I mean, this customer, my client, gets almost more than 100 visitors every day. So that's what the sessions mean, visits. Okay. If you scroll down, there are 4,000 visits so far every month, and page views. Look at that, page views. What does page views mean? Number of pages visitor viewed. So for every one person, one visit, how many of the page views? Almost 3. So page session means for every visit, most of the visitor look at 3 pages, which is really good, right? They don't just look at 1 page, they look at least on 3 pages. That's perfect, that's awesome. The duration overall, the total duration is like within 3 to 2 minutes, which is not bad. And the bounce rate is very good, 40%, still good. New session means a new visitor. And there is a pie chart right here. It's all in the back. When you go to the audience overview, you will get the map automatically. Okay. And this is the new visit. As you can see, this is amazing. So the returning visitor, these are, so 32% on this website, we have a returning visitor. Mostly could be patients or because they have a blog, so they come back to read the blog. But the amazing thing, they do get new visitors, like almost like 67% new visits on the website, which is new leads. Does that make sense? So that's what you need to look for. So for your website, you look for how many visits. Even though page views sometimes doesn't matter, what matters is the conversion. Like, you know, how many people actually called you, how many clicked on the actual link, and how many clicked on the blog. Does that make sense? So you have this many, 3 pages, you know, per page, the bounce rate, and of course the duration. Those matter. If your duration is like, you know, less than 1 minute, and then it's not good. That means there's something wrong on your website. Maybe nobody likes it. Okay. So that's the audience section. Okay. Demographic. Let me look at the demographic. I don't think the demographic is set up right here. Let me check. Demographic. No, the demographic is not set up. Let me go to the geolocation. So the first thing for a beginner, if you're a beginner, you go to overview. You look at sessions, page views, bounce rate, average session. Okay. Then after that, you will go to location, because I want to make sure where the visitors are coming from. So for this client, of course, their client coming up from majority from the United States, of course. But of course, he also gets hits from different countries. I can click on this section right here. It will show me all the countries that they got the traffic from. There's so many. See that? Up to South Africa already. So what I can do right now, I want to see in the United States, I want to see from which state where the visitor coming from. So this client is in San Antonio, Texas. I'm going to click on the United States. Thank you for the heart. And right here, this is good because we're only focusing on Texas, but specifically, look at that. It will show us in Texas the majority of the traffic, which is successful because that's what we're focusing on. There are some from finding us from California, from New York. You can see the percentage right here. Okay. I can open the list. It goes on almost all the state. But if I click on Texas, now what it does, it will show me, there you go. San Antonio got the highest because we are in San Antonio. Number second is Houston. That means if you do any type of campaign or promotion or advertising, we can do in these areas because people finding us in Google. Dallas, then Austin, then Schertz, New Braunfels, and so forth. Okay, so these numbers can help us in order, if you are going to do, let's say, Facebook advertising, if you want to do like Google AdWords, I can actually hit those cities because Google Analytics telling me there are people finding us from there. Okay, so that's why look at the location. So then look at behavior. So the behavior basically will tell you how many percent new and how many percent old. As you can see, almost 2,800 new visitors and 1,400 current. My sessions were done by text support. We need to check that because you need to have full access. That's how you're going to see your session, Joanne. Okay? When it goes to technology, I don't care about technology too much. Well, I guess it depends on the technology because when your website is built, does it work on which browser? So when we build the website, we need to make sure that our website works on most of the browsers out there, like Firefox, Safari, Chrome. So this section tells us the majority of the visitor for this client come from Chrome. That means people use Chrome. Look at that. Oh my God. See? Most of the people use Chrome to visit this website. Then Safari. That means they'll have a lot of the Mac users. Then, of course, the crap Internet Explorer. Then Safari. Then Firefox. Then from their mobile device. Okay? So this gives me an idea that I need to make sure that when I build the website, it works on all of them. But at the same time, I need to make sure that my... who uses IE? Yeah, I know it sucks, right? So then secondly, I look at mobile. Right? I want to make sure... where am I tracking a visitor coming from? Is it coming from the desktop? If it's desktop, these are old folks. Okay? Is it coming from a mobile device? Look at that. Oh my God, look at that. The majority of the visitor for this client of mine is from the mobile device. That's why their mobile is built. Sorry, Joanne. That's why most of this website is built on a responsive base. Before it wasn't. So right now it's a responsive base, and now, as you can see, the majority visiting the website from the mobile device, and then desktop, then tablet, which is iPad and other tablet machines, right? So this website is mobile friendly because if I do like this, I'm going to show you. If I squeeze the page, see what happens? It's mobile friendly, okay? It's meant for mobile devices and iPads and whatnot. So there you go. So that's why this is very important for us to understand, because if my website is not mobile friendly, and if I get a lot of visitors coming from mobile device, that means I'm going to lose them. They're going to get frustrated if my website is not on mobile friendly. Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense. All right. Then you got the user flow. The cool thing about the user flow, it tells you when they hit the site, where do they go? Where do they go next? So they come to the home page, and the next thing they go to, this is like the home page. They go to Get Started. Awesome. So the Get Started is the second highest page. Okay. Then Contact Us is the third highest page of visits. Then they look at our team, about the company, about the doctor's information. You see that? So this is very, very awesome. So it tells us, well, whatever you plan to do, like we added the Get Started button for a reason, and we also added the Get Started page. So whatever we did based on the behaviors, it's working. Okay. So that's why you need to look for the user flow. Okay. Any questions so far for the behavior? I know I didn't cover most of it, just the most important one, basic, important one for now. Okay. So let's go to acquisition. In the acquisition, you look for all traffic. Okay. In the acquisition, you look for all traffic. Once you click on that, click on channels. Thank you for the heart. Appreciate it. Okay. So you click on all channels, and here are the 5 areas that I talked about. Okay. So the cool thing about this client, which I'm very, very happy, our team did an excellent job, because typically they used to rank for direct and refer, but as you can see, the organic is high. That means for a lot of keywords, they do show on the front page. So most of the traffic they're getting is from SEO. So I'm very happy that it's working. Then of course direct, because the brand is established, and paid, we are using Google AdWords and social media and refer. So what you can do when you click on organic search, Google will show you the keyword, but the main keyword that brought most of the visit, they blocked it. They don't want you to see that. And the other stuff, they see it, like the name of the doctors, name of the practice. You see, if I click on this section right here, go all the way down, I can see a bunch of other key phrases like gastric bypass surgery, Sunny Cavazos, Dr. Sunny Cavazos, bariatric system in San Antonio. So they're getting all these hits, okay? I can go, this is the organic SEO, so it worked very well. We've been working on it almost for like more than 6 months, so that kind of helped out. Now, the direct basically means they just open the browser and they type texasbariatric.com. Paid, that means, you know, Google AdWords. Social, when I click on the social, it will show me where most of the traffic coming from. Oh, so Facebook is the majority. We haven't really spent too much time in Google, LinkedIn, and Pinterest yet. We should start maybe starting next week. But as you can see, almost 100% of traffic from social coming from Facebook. The Facebook is very active. Okay, so that means whatever we're doing is working very well. In a way, I think so. That's a good question. In a way, I think so if it's used properly. If you see tons of crap traffic, you need to use you need to do what we call it the disavow link. If you have a WordPress website, go to Link Patrol. Link Patrol. If you have a lot of crappy link heading back to your site, look for Link Patrol. 1 second. Link Pet. WP. Where did it go? Link Patrol. Where are you? WordPress. There you go. So this is the paid version. Oh no! Come on. There you go. There you go. Oh no! Whew, man. No, not this one. The one link down the link. Patrol. Whew. Hey, Dr. Tabassum, how are you? Thank you for joining us. Thank you for joining us. I'm going through the basic of petrol gasoline. Petrol. Yes, link. Petrol. WordPress. What is wrong with this man? You know, I'm going to use the voice. I'm going to use this. This right here, what it says. Stupid Google. Google, you're pissing me off, Google. Okay. Okay, Google. Link Patrol WordPress. Okay, I just talked to Google and give me the result. Don't need to type anymore. Which means pretty soon Google might give us a new tool for voice search. I would be very excited if they come up with that tool. Yeah, I'm sorry, I don't speak English. There you go. So Link Patrol. Okay, it's a premium plugin. If you have any crappy links pointing back to your website, oh, apologize. Thank you, Joanne. Thank you. Thank you very much. Okay, so you can use this and see if you can clean all the crappy link. Okay, so Link Patrol, linkpatrolwp.com. All right, coming back to the analytics right here. So this is the traffic search. Okay, any question on the traffic source? We're good. All right. Let's go to behaviors. Behaviors. In the behaviors, here it will show you which is the most popular pages. So the home page, get started, our team page, which is Dr. John Pelcher, contact us, Dr. Cavazos, a landing page, surgeons, and a couple of blog posts. See? So that means it's working. Whatever we're doing, it's working. Yeah. When you go to all pages, this is this section, all pages. This is the one that will tell you all the pages, how many hits each page gets, and whatnot. Okay. All right. Okay. Okay. Now, in page analytics, basically this is the one that has some type of like a similar to heat map. If this thing doesn't work, what I did, I added an extension, Chrome extension right here. No problem. You're welcome. Right here, it's a Chrome extension. I added this extension because why? I could view everything from the front. So if I go to the website right here, you see all this? See all this stuff? It will show me how many hits every page. From the front, I can also change the color. And now it says red means the best, yellow is okay, green is not that good, blue is weak. It's like a heat map. It shows me where do they click the most. As you can see, this orange button, they click on it the most on all these pages, right? Scroll down. So it still shows me which area. So these two boxes get a lot of hits. See that? This one gets hits again. Red is good and orange is, do you see that? So this is like a heat map. Then of course when you scroll down, the viewership decreases. Does that make sense? So that's what is it for, the heat map and the bubble style and and you can see everything from here real time, the bounce rate, the average visit and whatnot for that particular page. Does that make sense? There you go. Okie dokie. So there you go, folks. Thank you very much. So those just the basic. When you go on the back end, you look for audience. You look for excuse me. You go to the audience overview. You go to audience overview. Then you look for sessions, page views, bounce rate, average sessions, and new sessions, right? Then you look for location because you want to make sure where they're coming from. You look at their technology, which browser they're checking from, which devices, desktop or mobile. Then you look at the source of traffic and analyze each traffic. If you have a crappy link coming from different places, there is a way to actually get rid of those, but you have to contact GoDaddy. We have a service called Disavow Link. It's a little bit technical, but the tool that I shared with you, Link Patrol, can actually do that for you. It's a premium service. You pay like one-time fee of $50 and they'll take care of it for you, okay? You look for all the traffic resources. You look at the overflow, the behavior of where they visit on the page and how many clicks you're getting every page. Then last but not least is the heat map stuff. That's it. Those are the area you need to look when you start doing blogging every week, making sure that you're getting the traffic you need, where they are coming from, and how they're behaving on those pages and where they're clicking. There's another section I'm going to teach you later on. It's called Goal Page. So let's say Ray Garcia has a sign-up page on his website that says opt-in, and if he gets like a 50 hits a day, he wants to find out how many opt into that page. There is a system called Goal Page. You can set it up. I'm sorry I did not see your question, Joanne. Go ahead and please repeat it again. I apologize. I like using Safari with Analytics. Cool. I like Chrome because of that extension. I don't think that extension comes with any other browser. If I visit my own page, does it get counted? Yes, it does. Yes, it does. And there's a technique to block your IP from the Google Analytics. Okay, maybe I'll show you guys later how to do that. Let me write it down. There's a trick. Hey, Bruce, what's going on? There is a way to actually block your IP address or maybe IP address from your office so that when your staff goes to your page, it's not them. Let me write it down real quick. That's a very beautiful question. Okay? There is a way in Google Analytics that you can actually block your IP address. That way, every time you visit, it doesn't count you. Okay? Don't you ever sleep? Bruce, yes, I do. I'm just a clone. Just kidding. Okay? So remind me, Joanne, to do a quick scope on that because just a little bit technical. I don't want to freak everybody else, you know. I want to keep it basic for now. Then we're going to move on step by step. Okay, so that's an excellent question. How do you deal with ghost spam? Well, that's what I'm saying. I mean, here's the thing. Your website, if it's in the internet, you're going to get hit with spam regardless. You're going to get a spam comment. You're going to get fake links trying to hit like from Russia, trying to outrank you. You're going to get that regardless. So that's why you have to use a disavow link to prevent telling Google to, de-index them, not to let them go to your site, or you can use that tool to basically clean it. I mean, there's no way to really prevent it. It's going to happen regardless, sadly. Okay, that's what I know. That's what I know that's all I know. I mean, that's no other way. Unless if you find a solution for it, just please share with us. Okay, folks, any more questions about the Google Analytics? This was just a basic run. Make sure you kind of go to the basic information that I mentioned and just kind of get used to it. Then we'll talk about the details in depth. Thank you so much for coming in. Thank you so much, okay? Because I want to start with the basic first. Okay, cool. If you find it, let me know. But I want to do the basic first because I want you guys to 100% understand it, like really suck it in your head. You get it, you're 100% sure, then we can go to the next one. Does that make sense? Because Google Analytics is huge. There's so much stuff that I only touched like maybe 5% of the information. I haven't touched a lot of details, okay? But I don't want to overwhelm you. I just want to give you step by step so you can build the knowledge, and that way you can be more comfortable to learn more stuff later on. And I can also give you a lot of resources on how to learn all this stuff. So whoever said I'm on and leave it there, it looks like I've been on it. What will happen is that if I visit a website, the time life is, I think, 30 minutes. Excuse me. So if I visit your website and I don't do anything, I left the computer open, I'm just went somewhere else for an hour, after 30 minutes it counts it like, okay, so that means the session is done. Okay, so if I go back, it's considered a new session and probably a new visit. Does that make sense? Sometimes it's a caching. Maybe the website is cached on the browser as well. I just got here. Can you start from the beginning? Can you start from the beginning, brother? I spent like probably, I don't know, like almost 40 minutes. So please watch the recap. But what I'm going to do quickly, what I basically said, quickly. Do not forget to explain crawl errors in a future scope. Let me write it down, Joanne. The crawl errors. The crawl errors. Okay, explain that. That was the master tool. So, Bruce, what we're talking about, first of all, why you have to use Google Analytics. I know, but still, I'll do it quickly. Why we're using Google Analytics? Because, it helps us to understand the visitors. It helps us to know where the traffic is coming from. It makes us rearrange the website. It will help us to identify where our visitors are coming from. Does that make sense? So those are the benefits. Then the definition. What does session mean? Session means visits. The page views mean number of pages visitor viewed. And new session means new visits. Average session means how many minutes they spend on the website. And the page/session means for every visit, how many page views. Okay? Oh, yes, absolutely, Joanne, absolutely. I know. Just the real fast, like a robot. All right? Then we went on the back end. We talked about, when we go into the back end, we talked about the 5 areas of traffic, which is organic, direct, refer, social, and paid. We talked about going to the behavior, looking at those sessions, looking at the location, looking at the technology of the browsers, looking at the mobile devices, also looking at the flow of the visitors when they come to the website, where they go next, and what else? I think that's about it, right? And acquisition, look at the traffic, where the traffic is coming from, and that's about it for today. I just kept it like that. Okay, so does anybody have any question? Now, I know this kind of lasted for 40 minutes, but does anybody have any more question? I'll give you like 5 to 10 minutes for questions now. If Ray is doing his scope, I got to jump into his scope as well. Thank you. Watching the replays, you can also go to Catch Me. I have all the replays in Catch Me. Let me share this with you. I usually save all the... Right now, it's 11:41 p.m. Gotta go home. So, let me show you. So, I got all the you can watch it in Catch Me. CatchMe.me / yusufchowdhury. Because from here, you can click on any scope and you can forward and you can forward and rewind. That way you don't have to wait. Like one of the frustration with Periscope replay, I have to wait. Hello. But here I can forward it. You see that? I can forward. I can just kind of. Does that make sense? So that's why I use Catch Me, and you can watch the replay and Catch Me. I honestly don't care about hearts. I appreciate it. Some people say let the people go to the replay and give you hearts from there. I don't care. I want you just to benefit knowledge. I want you to benefit from this knowledge and apply it. Okay? As you can see me, I don't ask really for too much. I just want to, learn this stuff. But of course, if you give heart, I appreciate it, of course. If you share it, I'll love you for that as well. But that's not my concern. My concern is that you learn, you apply, and that's it. That's all I care. Okay? That's why I have the scope on Catch Me. I even put it on my website just to keep it right there. Okay? So let me know if you all have any question, or if I didn't answer anything, if I left any question, please repeat it right now so I can answer them for you. And at the same time, I hope you folks understood the basic of Google Analytics. I hope there's no confusion. I also hope that now you can apply those. Okay? Okay? Right? So I hope I cleared some of the misconcept or some of the confusion, clarified for you, because that's what I love to do. I make people, feel tech smart, right? That should be my new tagline. I make people feel tech smart. So if you all have any questions, let me know, please, before I, end this, and maybe check out with Ray G Creative. What other tracking services? There is Clicky, there is Crazy Egg, but I don't personally use it for mine, but for my clients, depends on what they need. In fact, in one of the scope, if you go to Catch Me, I did one on I think usability factors, something like that. Go to Catch Me, and I talked about 5 awesome tools that will show you what people do, how they move their mouse on the website. That's a cool tool, right? When you visit, come to your website, you can see how they move their mouse, or what is the heat map, which area on the front page they look at it the most. So go to Catch Me and find that. Okay, go to Catch Me and look up for that. It's called usability. I think it's a usability experience or something like that. Yeah, I basically talked about those 5 awesome analytical tool. Okay, all right, folks. I really appreciate you all. I know it's the weekend, it's Friday night, and you all been waiting with me. I really appreciate it. Really appreciate it. So if you have any question right now, let me know. I got 5 more minutes, then we should be done. And you can also go watch the replay. Big bro is like a big bro. Yes, it is. It is. Okay, it is. And thank you for the heart. Tasty. Thank you. Okay, thank you so much for the heart. Thank you for staying. Thank you for paying attention. And just give me a feedback. Let me know. Tweet it back to me if this was something easy for you to understand. If you're still confused, I will answer those questions for you on Twitter. If you have any other information, like I know Joanne gave me excellent ideas to talk about how to block the IP address and what is the crawl error, to explain what is a crawl error. Crawl error. Okay, we're gonna explain about that. Does that make sense? Yeah. All right. Anything else? We're good. We're good. Y'all have been. Where did it go? What is my sticker? I'm supposed to send you guys some stickers and run some analysis on the site. So y'all have been officially Yusufied approved. Okay. You watch it 100 times? Oh, I love you for that. You're awesome. Okay. Cool. Cool. All right, cool. Hey, Dana, how are you? Good to see you. I'm almost done. Thank you for coming in. Appreciate it. Everyone, please follow Dana Garrison. Follow her, because if you want targeted followers to your scope, or any followers that are interested in what you're talking about, she puts an amazing scope about just bringing followers and helping each other. So there you go. You see those 4 hearts? Please follow her. She's awesome. And she's been Yusufied approved. So you got to follow her, okay? All right, folks. It's Hillary. Thank you for inviting, Hillary, all the followers. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Promote your scope parties, yes. Good question. I do have an account with Blab, but I haven't been active, to be honest. I'm just using Periscope. That's it. Somebody, if you can set up a Blab, I can join you. Yes, I can hold the sticker. In fact, if you need the sticker, I can send you. Just tweet me your address. I will send you like 20 stickers. Yusufied approved. Okay. Yes. There you go. Okay. So, thank you. Thank you. All right. Cool. Oops. All right. Thank you so much. All right, Dana. Thank you. If you get a chance, just watch the replay. I was talking about the beginner's guide on Google Analytics. Yes, on September 8th, we're gonna have a Google partner event with the San Antonio Business Alliance right there, and I'm gonna be there talking about it. So I'm gonna also live stream it. So when I live stream any event, the only thing that I cannot do with you guys is engage, because I'm just giving the lecture. So I can let you guys look at it. Okay? All right. Thank you for sharing, Dana. You're awesome. Bruce, thank you, sir. Thank you, Joanne. You guys keep me pumped up. Okay? I know, Carlo or Pete. All these folks, they've been officially Yusufied approved. Okay? I can also be glued like this. Right? I even sent this funny graphic thing that Spencer Coley made it for me. All right, cool. Does anybody know if Ray Garcia doing scope right now? Insider sneak peek. Does anybody know if Ray Garcia, Ray G Creative, excuse me, if he's doing? Okay, I guess probably he's doing it. I'm not sure. All right, cool. All right, thank you, folks. I'm going right now. Well, I'm actually not going. I'm just gonna see if he's there. Then I'm gonna jump into his scope. Then after that, I'll see you all Monday night. Thank you, Dana. Okay, cool. I guess he's waiting. I should have made him wait. Okay, cool. Because the Ray G Creator is awesome. Okay, and you're all are awesome too. Whew. My accent doesn't come out right. Okay. All right, folks. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I'll see you all on Monday. Enjoy your night. Enjoy your weekend. Spend a quiet time with the family. And yes, I know he went earlier, but he also said he was going to come back and do it again. All right, folks. I'll see you all Monday. Take care. Have an awesome weekend. And whatever the holiday is, okay, enjoy your time. Don't work too hard. I'll see you next week. Thank you so much.